Cindy Miller grew up in one of those families, humble, modest, Christian, the kind where don't talk to boys comes right after say your prayers. She was a proper church girl, sweet, obedient, halo practically welded on. Then came college, no parents, no curfew, no, who's that boy, surveillance. And Cindy, she'd always admired fine guys. She just never got clearance to explore. So when she met Craig, tall, handsome, smooth-talking, she thought, finally, my chance at a college love story. But Craig's life manual was a little different. Cindy wanted love without sex. Craig wanted sex without love. She tried the wholesome route, told him straight, I like you, but in a holy way. She even invited him to church, but every time he had an excuse, football game, study group, busy with life. Then Craig got clever. He dangled a deal. Come with me to a party, and I'll come with you to church. Fair trade, right? Cindy hesitated. In her dictionary, parties were basically Sodom and Gomorrah with red cups. But maybe, just maybe, this was her chance to pull him closer to God. So she set boundaries. Fine, but I'm leaving by 7. Sharp. At the party, Cindy stuck out like a white dove in a storm. No dancing, no drinking, no blending in. But Craig, he had other plans. He slipped something into her drink. Cindy took a sip. Her body betrayed her, dizzy, heavy, off balance. She grabbed Craig's arm. I need to leave. Now Craig smiled and didn't move, because this was the moment he'd been waiting for. So there is Cindy, dizzy, her body turning on her. But her brain still ringing alarm bells. Craig stalling, smiling, like the devil with dimples. She doesn't wait. She rises, staggers out, starts walking home. Craig's got a car. But Cindy, she doesn't trust him 1 inch. Something is definitely off. Her eyes blur. The streetlights double. Her legs feel like wet noodles. But she keeps moving. Behind her, Craig. Wait up, Cindy, he calls, pretending this is just romance gone clumsy. Then he hops in his car, creeps right behind her. Cindy doesn't get far. He pulls over, yanks her into the car. And here's where his true colors show. Lonely road. Dark night. No one watching. Craig decides, hey, why not just do this now? He tries. He forces himself. But Cindy, though drugged, isn't done fighting. She pushes. She claws. She resists. She's weaker. But her mind is screaming. Finally, she shoves him off. He panics. Mask drops. Starts apologizing. Sputtering excuses. Playing the nice guy card, like nothing happened. Cindy's body is failing, but her brain, sharp. She orders him, stop the car. He doesn't. He begs. He drives. She screams at him. Then, relief. The road looks familiar. He's taking her toward her hostel. When he finally pulls up, Cindy doesn't wait. No goodbyes, no fake apologies. She jumps out, silent, broken, done. So after that night, Cindy remembered everything. She woke up to a million missed calls, her hands trembling, her heart pounding, and for the first time in 10 years, she forgot to pray. Something she had done faithfully every single night. Cindy was just 18, a college freshman, way too much to swallow. She picked up her phone, blocked Craig, packed not one bag, but all her things, straight home. Her mother, shocked. What happened? Silence, sobs, no explanation. Mom, do you love me? Of course, you're my daughter. Then I can't go back. I'm changing schools, even if I lose a year. Her mother was crushed, but she let go. Some days later, her father returned from his trip, walked into the storm. He tried the school, no records. The only person who knew, Craig. But would he talk? Hell no. Cindy was broken, traumatized. For months, she drowned in silence, but slowly, she let go. Fast forward 10 years, Cindy is 28, a registered nurse, single, for obvious reasons. You already know why. One day, in the hospital, a girl walked in, shattered, sexually abused, devastated. That moment, Cindy froze. Her past came rushing back. 10 years like they never left. Like a woman possessed, she dropped her work. Stormed into the police station, reported her case, the one she buried, the one from 2014. The officer laughed. It's 2024. Where have you been? 10 years. Did you just rise from the dead? Her case, dead on arrival. And the bigger question hung heavy in the air. Where is Craig? Cindy walked back to the hospital, angry, ashamed. Why? Why didn't I talk all these years? And don't forget, for 10 long years, she never told a single soul. Cindy grew up, the golden child, the type of daughter parents brag about at family functions, straight A student, religious, prayerful, but life has a way of changing the script. And that one night, that one experience with Craig, it almost drove her to unalive herself. Her parents noticed the shift, the shadows, the silence. Their perfect daughter had changed. She started drinking, partying, and men? She used them like diapers, one night, gone the next. Her heart froze over, cold, unreachable. But here's the twist. She never underperformed academically. Straight A's still, degree shining. Only difference? She stopped going to church, stopped praying. She told herself, let karma deal with it. But the truth? Karma had been on vacation for a long, long time. One ordinary day at work, Cindy had just finished attending to a patient. Routine, charts, vitals, checkouts, nothing dramatic. She needed some extra info for her report. Something small, something she couldn't pull off the top of her head. So she reached for her phone, dialed a friend. Hey, quick one, where can I find this record? Her friend guided her. Easy, done. Cindy hung up, clicked into the system exactly where her friend told her to look, and that's when it happened. She stumbled across a name, not just any name, a name that hit her chest like a truck. Craig. The Craig, not so famous Craig David. The man who had taken more from her than anyone could ever imagine. She froze, stared at the screen like it was mocking her. Craig had been admitted, in this very hospital, for 3 days. The same halls she walked every night. The same floors she worked herself to the bone on. And she never saw him, never heard his name, never even caught a whisper until he was already gone, discharged, like nothing happened. Cindy leaned back, anger boiling through her veins. What? So karma woke up, checked in, and then decided to take a nap instead. For 10 years, she'd been waiting on the universe to balance the scales, but now it looked like karma came knocking and put her to sleep instead. But Cindy's curiosity, oh, that beast wasn't going to stay quiet. She dug deeper into the file, scrolled fast, zoomed in, and bingo, it was him, Craig. No mistaking that face. But something didn't add up. According to the records, he didn't even live here. He lived in Dallas. So why the hell was he admitted in Austin? She sat there, squinting at the screen, her brain racing. Still the sneaky guy, huh? Of course, still a monster. Probably scheming something. She muttered it under her breath, but her chest was on fire. 10 years of silence, and suddenly her thirst for justice shot up like a fever she couldn't shake. It was ridiculous. Where was this rage hiding all this time? Her hands trembled. She slammed the laptop shut, stormed off the desk, and found the nearest empty corner of the hospital. Sat down. Breathing heavy. Mad. No, scratch that. She was mad. Like the kind of mad where even the walls are lucky you don't start swinging at them. So moving on. Cindy sat on that same spot for over an hour, just tapping her foot like she was Morse coding her rage into the floor. The anger, full gear. Formula One, no brakes, until a colleague shows up. Cindy, we've been looking for you everywhere. Reality check. Back to earth. She closes from work, heads home, and that she makes a decision. Justice? It wasn't coming. Karma? Not a bitch anymore, more like a chicken hiding in the coop. And God? Yeah, she stopped caring about his schedule. So she thought, fine, if I'm getting my pound of flesh, I'll do it on my terms. And what better way than to seduce him? After all, wasn't that what he always wanted? She cracked open Facebook, typed his name, and there he was, Craig, smiling like a man who'd never ruined anyone's life. But wait, why is she doing this now, 10 years later? Because of that girl, that broken patient who stumbled into the ER. That was the spark, the trigger, the reminder that her silence had been too expensive. So Cindy put on her game face, new account, fake name, dark hair, enhanced picture. She reinvented herself like a Netflix reboot. And remember, Cindy wasn't just a straight A student. She was smarter than most criminal minds. First move, she added a few of Craig's friends, got a couple to accept. And you know men, if a pretty face sends a request, logic goes out the window. Boom, network unlocked. Craig bit, hard, and Cindy went in, aggressive, morning, noon, night, whether she was in the kitchen, at work, or half asleep in bed. She turned the charm dial all the way up. And Craig, Craig was ready for what he thought was a cool smash. Except this time, the smash had a plot twist. Months in, Cindy was done playing Facebook games. She was ready. So, weekend flight to Dallas. Boom. Craig, over the moon. The guy basically thought he'd just unlocked the final level. Dinner with his friends, drinks flowing, everyone vibing. Cindy smiling, nodding. But in her head, when are you clowns leaving? Finally, they peel off. And that's when she flips the switch. Seduction mode, on. Let's do something different, she whispers. Somewhere quiet. Just us. Now remember, Craig's not thinking with his head. Well, not the one on his shoulders. At this point, it's Mr. P calling the shots. And when Mr. P's in charge, bro's IQ drops faster than crypto in 2022. So Craig goes, I know just the place. He drives her out to this quiet little lake, perfect, peaceful, secluded. In his mind, romantic setup. In her mind, crime scene locked and loaded. Craig thought he just scored. Cindy thought, thank you, idiot, for picking your own grave. They got to the quiet lake. Craig walked a few steps ahead, pointing at the water, his voice softening. This place, it brings me peace, good memories. But in Cindy's head, one thought, good riddance. Before Craig could even turn, bang, bang, 2 shots. He dropped to the ground. No hesitation, no panic, no alarm. Cindy slipped away like a shadow, calm, collected. The next day, headlines screamed. Craig wasn't dead. He had survived and was in the hospital. She couldn't believe it. 2 bullets wasted. Craig was still alive. For the first time, the calm mask cracked. Panic crept in. Every sound, every shadow, felt like the law was already on her trail. That night, Cindy did something she hadn't done in years. She walked into a church, knees buckling before the altar, tears spilling, words tumbling. God, forgive me, please. But deep down, was it repentance or just fear? Did she really want forgiveness? Or was she begging heaven to cover her tracks, to shield her from the cell doors clanging shut? Craig took the first bullet, left rib. Lucky bastard. Cindy wasn't a killer. Just a woman eaten alive by revenge. If she'd landed that second shot, he'd be buried, not bandaged. But he lived. The cops moved quick. Fake profile, 29 friends, dead end after dead end, until the pieces started pointing one way, revenge. Craig sat there, broken, and yet he knew, that fake blonde, that Sarah the waitress, something about her was too familiar. But his head? 75% gone to shock, drugs, and pain. The puzzle was blurred. Still, his gut screamed one name, Cindy, the one he wronged, the ghost that never left. If they'd crossed paths in that hospital, maybe, just maybe, none of this would have happened. But fate's cruel. And now, the tables had flipped. They dragged her in. Chains. Hollow eyes. Craig, the officer asked, is this the woman you were with that night? The room froze. Craig stared, beat. And then, he said it. No. Shock. Cindy froze. Eyes wide, a single tear cutting down her cheek. Detectives pounced. Mr. Craig, this is the woman, the same one from your texts, the same one in the footage, walking out with you. Craig inhaled, then detonated. Yes, that's her. But she didn't pull the trigger. Pause. Dead air. I saw the shooter. It wasn't her. Boom. Whole room shifted. Game over. Cops knew the story didn't add up, but their hands were tied. Cindy, silent, stone-faced. They cut her loose. She walked out, head spinning. Did God hear me? Is he out of his mind? What just happened? Home, sleepless, replaying it 100 times. Then ping, a Facebook notification, her real account. The message, have a happy life. Cindy collapsed, broken, guilty, free, but never whole. Because some debts, they don't get paid, they just haunt you.